this is strength. This is integrity. This is character we're talking about here. Because if any other reactors are egging this on, hurt people hurt people. And we need to check ourselves and say, this is what's good for him. I don't see it as weak. All right. So there is a video out recently, like really recently, that J. Cole apologizes to Kendrick Lamar for dissing him on 7-Minute Drill. You know what? I think a lot of people would hate this because a lot of people want dissing back and forth and they want people to go at each other. And I think it's all fun and games to a point, and then it's not. But this is like my cup of tea, right? As a mental health professional, I'm like, wow, I wonder what he says in this, because maybe it's him saying, you know what? I didn't have to do all that, or I didn't have to say all that. So I can't wait to hear this. Look, when it comes to mental health, sometimes you got to know when you're doing something really personally, because the motto in my life is always never hit below the belt. Don't personally, intentionally try to cut people down and treat them like they're worthless. It's just not okay. So I'm wondering if he's going to say that, or because it means that his diss was pretty serious and what he wanted to say. I think a lot of people in the reaction community are going to be like, this is lame. Y'all should keep going back and forth. Somehow we like it when people are toxic. I don't know what it is in our world. We like it when people are drug addicts. We like it when people are emotionally unstable. We like it when people are a mess so we can watch it. I can't understand it. I don't get it, but I can't wait to hear this. So without further ado, J. Cole apologizes to Kendrick Lamar.
Right? So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I got to keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? My niggas like, big boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God.
He seems so cool to be with. He seems so cool to hang out with because he's real. He's honest. He's telling exactly what was going on in his life. And, you know, the pressure that comes in life from people to respond or to stand up for yourself or to do something, to react. And it's like he's having second thoughts. But you know what? We do stuff like this with each other in life, and it gets sent through a text message or a phone call or a voicemail or something, or in person, and it goes away. They do something, it stays out in the media forever. And I think, I can't wait to see what he's about to say about this, but obviously it's about that song to Kendrick Lamar.
Text flooded. I couldn't even answer my shit. Nigga, it's wartime.
Let's go to battle.
Niggas want to see blood. And I was conflicted because, one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted.
Man, to chase and then to go ahead is how he feels. And you can feel that inside. You can feel proud of yourself inside, and you can feel frustrated and upset with somebody on the inside and not have to publicly put it out there. I'm impressed with him being able to say this, because the amount of courage, honestly, it takes to do something like this on stage in front of everybody and say, you know what, I'm just going to put this out there so soon after it came out. You know, a guy once told me the quote that goes back forever: bad news never gets better with time. If you're going to remember that, bad news never gets better with time. So he's probably been stirring with this for days. And the sooner you go ahead and get something out, the sooner you admit it, the sooner that you do something about it, the sooner that you honestly look at it, the better. Because if he sits on this and doesn't do anything, it's only going to hurt him.
Because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly. But at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit.
I love this. I love this. I don't know why the world wants blood so much. I don't know why everybody out there who listens to this, watches this, or is a reactor, or just anywhere, why we want so much blood and why we want to see people fight and why we want to see people tear each other down. I don't understand it other than it's good for views. It's good for attention. It's great to make great music. It's great to make great tracks. And there's lots of diss tracks that I think are probably perfectly fine and all in fun and games. But if he thinks it's personal, if he thinks he went too far, if he thinks he acted in a way that is not congruent with who he is today, especially when you deal with people who've been through, trauma, they've been through addiction, I don't know what his story is, been through any kind of real destruction in life personally and tried to heal themselves, tried to get better, which it sounds like he has at some point, or he wouldn't be saying this. You have to honor them for saying this is not congruent with who I am. Maybe who I've been in the past at some point, but this is not who I am, and I'm going to take ownership of that. And he's actually taking accountability, which is what I think we need to do. If it doesn't sit well with him, if it sits well with him and it's what he thinks is fine, great, go for it. It's okay. Just because somebody else does something doesn't mean he needs to cut down even further. And that's why I want you to pay attention to that. It's good to take ownership of are you okay with how you treated this person? Are you okay with what you said to this person? Are you okay with how you acted with this person? Just look at your own life and see, whose life did I tear down today through my words, through my actions, through the way I lived? And whose life did I inspire today? Did I add something to today through my words and my actions and the way I lived?
When I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to say right here tonight,
it's good for everybody to hear.
Doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness. I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone?
That's so cool.
Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly.
See? This is the part I'm talking about. That this can make somebody relapse. This can make somebody go backwards. We're always walking forwards or backwards in life in terms of health, mental health. We're not still. We're not on cruise control. You're either moving towards recovery and towards healing, or you're moving towards addiction or towards, dysfunction in life. Just remember that. And he is trying to keep himself on a path. And what happens is you take a few steps backwards. At least he might not have been thinking it in the moment, but once he saw it, once he sat with it, it's like, this is not me now. This is me 10 years ago. I don't want to be me 10 years ago, so I'm going to go out and be. This is a guy, I mean, he has to have had some good therapy because he's got a tremendous, insight and understanding to himself to know I'm just going to, spiritually, I want to be right with myself. I want to be right with my people. And I don't want to create something that's my fault that's tearing other people down. I want to inspire people. I want to uplift people. And he just said, everybody love Kendrick Lamar? Yeah. One of the greatest ever? Yeah. Me too. I feel the same way. Man, this is good.
Movie and shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago
when
I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm going to take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do.
It's like Kendrick Lamar can come back and give whatever diss he wants to give, and he'll take it. It's not going to be a response. And I pray that the people in the reaction community on YouTube can understand this and appreciate this and not say, come on, man, get back up. Keep fighting. You're weak. Please don't call J. Cole weak. He's by no means weak. This is strength. This is integrity. This is character we're talking about here. Because if any other reactors are egging this on, hurt people hurt people. And you heard that before, but hurt people hurt people. It takes a hurt person to keep hurting other people. And we need to check ourselves and say, this is what's good for him. I don't see it as weak. Like I said, I think it's integrity. I think it's character. I think it's vulnerability. And I think it's honesty with who he is today, not 10 years ago. And we have to remember that. Somehow we want people to be sicker. We want people to be the way they were when they used, or the way they were when they were acting crazy. And he doesn't want to do that anymore. He wants to stay clean with himself.
And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot and take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep, and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man,
this is really good. A friend of mine who died of leukemia got a blood transfusion before he passed away when he first found out he had leukemia. And he said to me, I said, how do you feel? And he said, Tom, I never knew how sick I was until I felt well. He said, with this blood coming in my body, I all of a sudden felt like amazing, like tons of energy. I had actually been sick for a long time and I felt okay. But now I feel what it's like to be alive. He's in reverse a little bit saying, man, all of a sudden something was upsetting me. And it made me realize how well I was for the past 10 years because I'd been living clean. I've been living right. And it's like having food that's bad. It tasted good while I ate it, but then 6 hours later I get food poisoning and my stomach's upset because of that. And he sees the difference. I love this from J. Cole. Kudos to him. I've struggled with his music for so long and understanding what it is. My son Nick's favorite artist loves him so much. And I think this is so much integrity and character. I just have all the admiration for him.
It let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I want to now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I want to do that for you.
Oh my gosh. J. Cole, apology to Kendrick Lamar for the diss. And then he's going to perform Love Yours. Oh, man, so cool. Oh, to be there in that moment. I wonder what everybody was thinking in that moment about what in the world is he doing. But I just think this is one of the best things to come around with all the diss stuff that goes around and with how personal everything gets when it's not fun and games anymore. And what he's saying is basically, I tried to use my power as an artist to tear somebody else down, and that doesn't sit well with me. I wasn't just having fun and teasing each other. We're good, but we're back and forth with each other. I was actually hurt by what I heard, and I came back and I gave something as my best shot. Put my chin out now. You can punch it if you want, Kendrick. I don't think he will. I don't think Kendrick's going to come back and do anything because I think they can heal this. And please don't let anybody else, y'all can come at me all you want, but please don't let anybody else try to egg this on and make this more than it is, because we all love reactions. We all love views. We all love controversy, but this, he is saying, is not good for me. I want to be a different kind of artist. And I think all artists who have healed, who have recovered, who have become better people, stop doing this after a while. And it just doesn't happen anymore, which means we can all do the best work we can without tearing each other down. Remember, it's not real therapy. It's just Tom breaking down, well, not breaking down lyrics, breaking down a speech from J. Cole. If you want help, please go get it, just like I think J. Cole has. And mental health does matter. Leave us your comments. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.